Hi, welcome back everyone. In today's video, I will show you how we can use another vocal remover to separate the vocal from the background noise or the music. And this is a much better tool than CapCut Pro or even the vocal remover that I show you in my last video. Okay, how does these tools actually work? And this tools is actually called the ultimate vocal remover. Okay, this will be the user interface. So I'll post this link on the description below, and this is where you can download it. Actually, you go to this link over here, we can see the installation. So I'm using a window, and this is a main download link. And depending on your graphic card, I'm using a NVIDIA graphic card. So I'll be using this download link. So just click on this one and the software will be downloaded to your computer. And that's all you need. If you're using AMD or Intel, all this you can try. You can try the other version. Then for the Mac OS, I'm not so familiar, but you can try. This is for the Mac OS. Okay, once we install this software, we will come to this screen over here, and we can compare between this vocal remover and the one that I'm going to show you. Okay, so once you have downloaded, you have this. Basically, you just go through the installation. If you look at the website itself, then it did mention that you have to install this software onto the C drive. Just follow on the instruction. So you need to install this software into C drive. Don't install this onto D drive or any other drive. And personally, I have already installed this software. So this is the installation page, and right now the version is 5.6.0, which is actually released 2 years ago. Click on the agreement and then click next. You'll create a shortcut and you'll start to install. I've already installed this, so just let the install go through and then we can come back and compare. Okay, and the good thing about this software is that it can process longer than 15 minutes. So even if you have paid for this vocal remover, if you have paid for this software for about $10 US a month, you can actually do the vocal remover for 500 minutes per day, but per video is only limited to 15 minutes. You can't go beyond 15 minutes. So if you have a 2-hour or 3-hour kind of audio file, then you can't do it. Same thing for the CapCut Pro. Okay, I'm going to show you one thing. Okay, this is the video that I showed you earlier on in the previous video that have the music and
This is the
voiceover.
ultimate guide for exploring the iconic landmarks of New York City, the Big Apple.
Okay, I'm going to do this one first because the software itself, they can accept MP4 or MP3. Of course, if you give them the MP3, it will process faster. If you give them the MP4, they have to decode the audio file out. Then it will be slower. But actually, the software does pretty fast if you have a good graphic card or a decent graphic card, I would say, because this one is just the audio part. So once you have finished install this, you can just click on this one to launch it, and we can take a look. Then we don't need the installation file anymore, and this will be the icon actually. Then you'll start the ultimate vocal remover. Okay, here is a few options that you need to take note of. You need to select your input file and output folder. Let's select the output folder first. So for me, I'm using the desktop as my output folder. And over here, we can see that there's this GPU conversion. So if you are using a NVIDIA card, then you can click this button. If they can't detect the NVIDIA card, then they'll just use a CPU. Of course, if they use just a CPU, it'll be slower. So I always like to click this one. And over here, you need to choose a model, and there's only one model available for us. So just click on that. From here, we can choose either vocal only or instrumental only. So if you just want the vocal without the music, you'll select this one, or the other way around. If you just want the music without the voiceover, you'll select this one. So normally I go for this one, vocal only. And over here you can choose if you want to save the current setting. So you'll always remember this setting. So I like to save the setting, so you'll always remember the setting. Okay, let us go back to here. Okay, let me do the simple one first. This is the one that about New York.
This is the ultimate guide for exploring the
So this one
iconic
is
landmarks of New York.
1 minute 30-second video. So if I were to, I can't drag it. So once I selected the file, I want vocal only, I'll just click start processing. And then because this is just a 1 minute file, you can see how fast it does the processing. And this is entirely installed onto your local system. So you don't need to go to any website or any other software. And then it is done. So this is a file, we can take a look, preview it. And this will be without the music
This is the
or the
ultimate
background.
guide for exploring the iconic landmarks of New York City, the Big Apple. As a traveler, I was absolutely blown away.
So we can see it has successfully removed the vocal using this software alone. So that means I don't have to go to all these websites or CapCut Pro even. But let me try another one. The biggest advantage of this is there's no time limit. So if you take a look at this particular file that I'm going to show you.
司机都知道跑长途夜车。
Okay, there is a music behind this one, and this audio file is 2 hours and 40 minutes long, and the background noise is, or the background music is actually copyright.
其实有很多禁忌。
So I need to remove this background track. Okay, anyway, this one, because it's a free version, if I were to drag it, two things will happen. You will see that the file is too big. So we will have the error message that the file only up to 100 meg. Because this is a 2 hour long audio file, so the actual file size is actually about 250 meg. So this website can't do it, and even if this website can do it, it can only do 15 minutes. So next we are going to try to use CapCut. So I'm going to import this audio file into the CapCut and use the CapCut to remove it, because I showed you in my previous video how we can use CapCut to remove the music. So same thing, I'm going to drag the audio file. This one is without the image, this is just the audio file. We can see even CapCut take a while to process because this is a 2 hour length. Let's play it for a while.
司机都知道跑。
Okay, I can't play too long because the music is copyright. So I'm going to isolate, and then I want to keep vocal. And if I select this, then we will see that, okay, the error message is basically saying that I need to break up the clip into 15 minutes. They can't process it. That means for this 2 hour and 30 minute kind of audio file, I need to break up 15 minutes. And that is very time consuming. At the same time, you need to align carefully. Otherwise, later you won't be able to join them together. So basically, CapCut is out. CapCut, we can say that CapCut wasn't able to do this. And so CapCut can't do it. And this website also can't do it. So even if you were to pay for it, you can't do it. So the only way we can do it is come back to this one. We are going to use this. Let me just select the file first. So once I select this file, okay, so on the setting side, let's choose MP3 because MP3 will take faster to process. And I can just click start processing, and you'll start to process this particular file. And this file is about 150 meg, if I'm not wrong. Yes, the file is 150 meg, 147 meg. And so now it start to progress it. We are going to turn a 2 hour and 40 minute audio file and separate the vocal from the music. So this is quite a big file and quite a lengthy audio file that CapCut can't do it, or even the paid subscription of the vocal remover, you can't do it as well. So going back to this software, on this website we can see that this is the latest version 5.6 right now, and this is released in September 2023. Even though it is 2025 now, the software still does its job, and I think it did a good job. It is comparable with this website, and the best part is there's no time limit. That means you can do a 2 hour and 40 minute audio file. There's no problem. On this website, there's a 15 limit cap you need to break up. On CapCut Pro, you also have to break up the audio into 15-minute block, and that's going to take a lot of time. For this software, all you have to do is load up the audio file and then let it run. Now it's at 24%. Let me pause the video, or if you are doing it, just have a cup of coffee and come back later. Actually, the audio is already done, although it shows 89% here. But when you see this saving vocals stem, that means it's already done. Basically, I've saved 2 files over here, so that is already done. We can close this one, or we can just click on this one, the stop button, and we can take a look. There could be some error over here, but that doesn't really matter to me. Okay, so this is a file that is done, and we can take a look. Just listen to the original. This one is the original. I will play the original file first.
司机都知道跑长途夜车其实有
You can hear the music, right, at the first part of it. And now I'll play the one that is without the music. I remove the music part. Or maybe it's this file.
司机都知道跑长途夜车其实有很多禁忌，尤其是半夜开到。
Can you see that the file is already done and there's no music behind it? So using this software is definitely way better. And because this one is running locally, you don't have to worry about the website is down or anything. So just download the software. Download the software, install it, and start to use it. The only few things that you need to take note of is there's only one model for you to choose, and then all the other settings we can leave it. And I like to choose MP3, and for GPU conversion, then I like to choose only vocal. Okay, the rest of the settings you can play around with it. If you like the video, please like and share. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.